Oh, let me get out the way. So
that's rookie of the year right there.
oh, here you go. Hollywood. Roy.
Okay, I'll let you.
Going to work.
I'll let you for a minute.
He's got spunk and ambition.
Brandon has become the toast of Portland, but his basketball journey began elsewhere in the Pacific Northwest.
Growing up in Seattle was great. I think it's a great place to raise your children. You know, I have a son now, and I'm looking forward to bringing him up similar to the way I was. I had a lot of fun as a kid. I played all sports, and as I got older, I kind of stuck mainly to basketball.
I think soccer was the first sport they were introduced to. Karate, baseball, just played everything, football.
Once they started playing basketball, though, they got pretty hooked on it.
When I got in the 9th grade, my freshman year in high school, that's when I realized that, I think basketball in the NBA is a realistic goal for me.
We kept a hoop at the house. We used to have to tell Brandon sometime, Brandon, you can't see. It's time to come in,
It's dark.
You still be out there. Once our older son started dunking, we had to, invest a little bit more in a hoop.
Yeah, they would break on at least once every 4 months. I had like a graveyard of broken hoops in my backyard.
Soon, Brandon would take his game from the driveway to high school to continue a family tradition.
My parents both, went to Garfield High School. They actually met at Garfield High School. My brother was like he wanted to follow in his parents' footsteps. I was excited when he made that choice because I knew I was going to go to whatever school he went to.
After a stellar career at Garfield High, Roy would eventually commit to the University of Washington. But low SAT scores meant he'd have to delay his freshman year of college, and it was tough watching his high school classmates pass him by.
I had a friend, and he was playing college football. I had another buddy at Reno, Nevada, and then I had a couple friends at USC, and I'm sitting there and I'm thinking, like, man, these guys are all moving on with their lives.
Brandon needed to find a productive way to spend his time, so the future NBA star took a job on the city docks.
Just working down at the Port of Seattle, I was working with people who had to come in and clock in every day, and they expected the same thing from me. I had to be on time.
He kind of did a little bit of everything. He was kind of what we call a helper in the yard, so anything that the manager could find him to do. A lot of cleanup, a lot of cleaning out the containers and that kind of thing. Never really got into the mechanical side of it, welding or anything, but just general helper labor.
The job was tough. There was days I would come home soaking wet, dirty.
He said this is what he's going to do until he gets eligible to play college basketball, and that's what he did.
It's definitely helped, make me a better person. It makes me a more humble individual because I've seen that side, and it just makes me work a lot harder and also have a lot of respect for people who do those jobs.
It was a tough time for him. The summer going into his freshman year was really tough for him.
Freshman year at the University of Washington, I started school late, and there was a lot of chips stacked against me, but my parents always just told me keep working hard, handle adversity. So when I look back to my parents and Coach Lorenzo Romar at Washington, he knew it was always his goal of mine to make it to the NBA, and he said he'll help me any way possible to get to that goal, as long as I work as hard, the same way.
During that time, I think he really learned to appreciate what he had in front of him here. And once he started playing, he never looked back.